going on today? What are your concerns?
Well, Black Pine got involved as an organization because we're all about animal welfare, not just the exotics that we have here, but all animals just in general. And when we found out about these petitions coming to the zoning board this evening, we wanted to be involved from an animal welfare aspect and an educational aspect.
So based on what you guys have learned, what's going on over there? I mean, what are your concerns?
There are 6 different petitioners. Yeah, thank you. 6 different petitioners trying to get zoning to run a business out of their home, and the business for these petitioners is high volume, puppy sales. So they have anywhere from 14 to 200 dogs that they're breeding on a regular basis. One of the petitioners has sold about 650 dogs in the last 3 to 4 years. So this is a very high volume. There's no way there's quality control coming out of there. These are just commodities sold to pet stores that are then put out on the market for people to buy. There's no attachment to these animals. They're just like a car or a piece of furniture to these people.
So let me just get this straight. There's 6 petitioners. Where does Mr. Bontrager lie? I'm just trying to get that portion of it. Is he one of the 6, and that he's the one that's presented the most problems? So is he your main concern?
He's not our main concern. All of these places, these petitioners are a big concern. He was brought to light because of a complaint, and that's how all of this happened, because he was operating illegally. So he didn't have a license to run a business from where he was at. So the USDA was then involved, and that's how this whole thing came about, and him trying to petition to run his business there, which brought other petitioners to, the front line because of fear of I can't say that they were afraid, but that they were working illegally also. So instead of being cited and fined possibly, that they're going to go ahead and apply as well.
So at Mr. Bontrager's facility specifically, what sorts of things you've heard about, and why does it concern you, those in this community?
Sick animals.
Well, from Black Pine's perspective, I think we need to talk from our perspective.
Okay.
It's our education, our mission in general, and our
Okay.
Okay.
I can talk to those.
Yeah, as far as the USDA
yeah, I can
stuff,
talk to that.
Okay, yeah, leave that. Black Pine has seen all kinds of horrible situations with the exotic animals, and what we've seen from, illnesses and animals living in their own feces, and that's what you hear coming out of quote-unquote puppy mills, is the animals living in small cages, living in their own feces, getting fed but not fed well. The small cages don't allow them to move about, so you have muscles that have atrophied because they're not used, and just overall wellness of these animals.
So, as somebody in the community that deals with this in other scenarios, you guys it kind of hits home for you especially, even though you don't necessarily deal with dogs.
It does hit home, because Black Pine isn't just about the animals that live here at Black Pine. We're about all of the animals, not just the exotics, but your domestic animals too. We want to make sure that they're being cared for and treated appropriately, not living in small cages and being bred constantly just for the American dollar.
Last thing I want to do is, could you just show me some of the birds you've got in here? Give me a little tour.
Did you see the "We Bite" sign?
The "We Bite"? Well, I mean, if you just point them out, you don't have to take